Hi everyone, welcome back to part two of today's video. Summing up from the last video. I forgot to mention that Fridays is art for him. We do mother and son art projects. Some of the projects are also given to me from teachers from his school, but sometimes if I think that the project is too detailed or too complicated for him, we get creative and we do something of our own. Okay, this video is going to be more pertaining to my art. It's probably going to be a relatively short video. Okay, I did finally make a project drawing revolving to Jack and Sally. I did say I was going to. Okay, here you go. This is done mostly with charcoal and medium 4 lead. Absolutely love this. This might actually be my logo for my channel. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Love that picture. Turned out really good. Okay, mother artwork. I don't know if it's in here or not. Oh yes, it is. Okay, this one I did for my husband, done with charcoal. The thing about charcoal, it's extremely messy, which is why I have whenever I finish a charcoal drawing, until I can get it properly framed, I keep white paper cover over it with some tape because it helps so the charcoal doesn't get everywhere. And I can't seem to open this because I don't want to rip the drawing without getting everything. Well, at least that wasn't the drawing. Okay, this one is of the Death Star from Star Wars. My husband is really big on Star Wars. I did the big Yoda and the little Yoda on the wall. I already showed you the first day. That was done with pastel. Um, I mean, I'm not the world's best drawer, but I get more every time I do something. I get more practice. Like I figure out how to shade lines with every new drawing, and that's all it is. It's just practice, lots and lots and lots and lots of practice. Everybody has their own unique style of how they draw. No artist draws the same. Some like to start off with circles and shapes for how they draw. I can't draw like that. I can see the shape and the lines and everything that I look at. I can look at something immediately and I can figure out the pencil pattern to figure out how to draw, even looking at someone's face. Because I do people portraits, and you can see those on my Facebook page as well. That one is I'm not going to show. This was my very first painting. This was the rose that I was talking about in the first video. It's done completely with watercolor. I know, very impressive for watercolor. Even I was shocked when I finished this. Got to get a frame for this to get this on the wall. It kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast a little bit, was because that was the movie that I was watching while doing this constantly, the movie Beauty and the Beast. And I was thinking about it. I mean, it kind of looks like it's in a glass jar, kind of, sort of. I didn't really think about the background. I just did it, but I really like this. Let's see, what else do I have? This one was done of a friend a friend and his girlfriend. Names will be kept confidential on their part. And I think that's okay. This is one that I have started but not finished. I'm also a big Titanic head. I do like the story. Yes, it's very sad and very tragic what had happened, but I'm more interested in the mystery of the ship, like so many others, of why the ship sank and how it sank, and you know, that some unfortunately some of those questions may just never be answered, and the better we come to terms with it, the better. Um, I started it, but I haven't finished it. This is going to be one of my biggest biggest drawings because it is going to be not one, but it is going to be like you have this, and you have, this. That's what it's going to be like. It's going to be very big. I don't have the right kind of paper, so I will be taping it down back in here. I will be doing a background with it, so that way to try and hide the crease as much as possible and make it look more neutral. And then I will get a frame and I will hang it up. The Disney ones that I showed you, that's another project that I'm doing. I can't afford authentic Disney artwork. And like I said, I'm a big Disney head. What I'm planning to do with that is I'm going to have like 10 or 15 different Disney movie picture posters, I guess you could call them. I'm going to put them all together on one big piece of cardboard, and I'm going to make my own frame for it, and I'm going to hang it on the wall of my kitchen. I also have a Titanic logging page. It's Titanic. I think it's April 15th, 1912, something like that. I've had that page for about 2, 3 years now. I had pretty close to about 2,000, almost 1,500 followers. I don't post on it regularly because I get busy, and I try to find new stuff to post on there rather than the same stuff everybody listens to or hears. I do my own custom photos on that page. Every picture I do is different. That's another thing of my artistic skills. I'm pretty good with photoshopping. I can do custom photos. Pretty good. Let's see what else. On there, I do some stories about some of the passengers because the story, it's not just about the ship. It's about remembering the people that lost their lives. It's really important. It's a very sad story. People always misinterpret the movie because of it being, they think it's a mushy gushy love movie, but this is just my point of view. Everyone may have their own opinion, but I think the reason that Jack and Rose were put in the movie, they are fictional characters. They were not on the real ship, was because they wanted the audience to get, imprinted on somebody from the movie, from the ship, so that way when Jack died, you were able to feel the loss and the sadness that all the people felt that night when they lost their husbands or wives but in my opinion, they could have done that a little differently. I mean, they could have actually done that with somebody that was actually on the ship. Like, for example, they could have done it more with Jacob Bastard. They could have done it with him and his wife. They had a very intriguing, interesting story on there. He married his new wife, and she was pregnant aboard the ship. Obviously, he didn't make it because of him he didn't, he knew that women were supposed to be on the ship first, and he came to terms with it. So if they allowed the story on the ship, to be more focused in on their lives, so that way you could feel the sadness that she felt when she lost her husband or many others. I thought that was the whole point of the love story that was involved with the ship. The only thing I did not like about the movie was that they spent so much time with the love story that they really didn't show the details of the ship. It was all about the love story. I mean, they didn't really go into details about all the people that were on the ship, third class, second class, give us more about what things looked like on the ship. mostly about the love story and then the tragic end of the ship. Very, 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 very sad. I think, I'm trying to remember how old I was. I think I was 13 when I first saw that movie. Maybe younger than that. Wait, no. Came out in 97. Okay, sorry. I was 11, 12, somewhere in there. My mom took me to see that movie up at the Town Square Mall. Those of you in our area, you know what that is. Saw it for the first time there. I cried like a baby. I'm not going to deny it. I cried like a baby at the end, towards the end. And I cried almost all night. I was literally heartbroken for all those people that had died. It was the most earth-shattering thing I haven't witnessed it personally, but the replica of it was so spot on about what had happened that even the audience was able to feel like I wasn't the only one crying in that theater. There was a lot of people crying in that theater. But yeah, I do have some models of the Titanic that I have. Some I haven't made any of myself. They were all from kits, but I actually kind of had to improvise a little bit on some of them because, in my opinion, they just did not look like the Titanic at all. And except for the last one that I just got, and I will show those in a later video. But that's it for some of my artwork for today. The Jack one is uploaded onto all my pages. I'm gonna try to have new artwork on my page at least once a week. I'm very busy with homeschooling my son, and sometimes I just don't have time to work on my art. Yesterday was the first day that I actually literally sat down and did something. That drawing took me most of the day to do, in between everything else I was doing, watching some streams for some friends and helping them out because they're helping me out, and I'm very, very appreciative of them. All right. With that being said, I'm off, and we'll see you next time. Alex, do you want to come say goodbye? Of course. Of course he wants to say goodbye. You want to say goodbye? Okay. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you next time.
See you next time.